Hi, today I want to talk about 10 habits that I do almost every day. I am retired, so I don't go to a job, so I don't have that routine. And I just felt like that it was wise for me to develop some kind of a routine that I did almost every day. That way I had structure to my day. So here are the 10 habits that I do almost every day. The first one is when I first wake up, I make my bed. That gives me a sense of completion. That way, the bedroom looks good, the bed's been made, and I have that sense of I've gotten something done immediately. The second thing I usually do is I feed my cat. I always feed her, and it's usually the second thing I do. Sometimes she's very demanding in the morning because it's been several hours since she's had wet food. She always has dry food out. I think in the 5 years I've had this cat, she's gone without dry food or has not had dry food out maybe 3 or 4 times. So there's almost always some dry food out for her, but she prefers the wet food. So the wet food is there for her to eat almost immediately when I give it to her. And then the dry food is there for her to nibble on during the day and also at night. So I feed her, and that makes her happy. I then exit my kitchen because she likes to eat in private. She does not like an audience. She doesn't want me around when she eats. So I exit the kitchen for a little bit until she's finished eating. And then I go back in and I make my coffee. And that's number 3 is making my coffee. And then number 4 is making my breakfast while my coffee is brewing. So I do those 2 things, and then I bring them out into the living room and I drink my coffee, I'm watching videos, I'm eating my breakfast. And then number 5 is I catch up on what's going on around the world. Some of that is through the videos I'm watching, some that is Googling just events from the previous day, events from that morning, just what's happened today type of thing. And I catch up on some of what's happening just to kind of stay updated on the highlights of what's going on in the world. There's so much happening right now and so much happening so fast. And it's really hard to keep up on all of it. So I'm just trying to get the highlights of what's going on. Then number 6 is I exercise every day. Sometimes it's just walking. If it's cold outside, I have several walking paths in my house. I don't have a big house, but I've created several paths, one walking around the kitchen, one walking between the kitchen and the living room, and a couple of others. So I've just created some walking paths that I can do to get some steps in if the weather's cold outside. Every now and then I will go and join an exercise class. I do that sometimes, and when the weather is nice, I like to take my steps outside. I like to get out in the sunshine and get some good sun rays. So when it's nice outside, I try to do that and get some good sunshine in while I'm walking. Number 7 is I connect with someone every day. Now that may be connecting with someone in person. That may be that I'm making a phone call to, or it may be that I'm making a phone call to somebody, or somebody's making a phone call to me. It may be by text. It may be by social media, but each day I make a point of connecting with at least one person through one of those methods. If I'm outside walking, sometimes I may see a neighbor out. I may see somebody I know drive by and wave at them. And even though I don't really consider that one of those connections, it's just that added little bit of connection that goes on in our lives. Number 8, I try to eat healthy every day. That doesn't mean I'm perfect. I like chocolate. So I've done a little bit too much of that in the past. I've really cut down on doing it now. I'm very close to eliminating it because I know that a lot of chocolate's not healthy for us. So I work to eat healthy is number 8. Number 9, I do a little bit of cleaning each day. Like I said, the first thing I do in the morning is I make my bed, but I also do the dishes. I dust mop. I vacuum. I just do a variety of little bits of cleaning each day. That way it doesn't all pile up. I don't like to take a whole day to do it or I don't like to take a Saturday morning to spend 3-4 hours on a Saturday morning doing chores. That's not something I want to do. So I prefer breaking it up into little chunks and doing it that way. And then number 10, I go back to what I did for number one, and that is I feed the cat again. She gets canned food in the morning, and she gets canned food in the evening shortly before bed. So, and like I said, she has dry food out all the time. So those are the 10 things that I do almost every day. It provides structure to my day. I get some things done. So at any rate, have a good one.